we are going to jump into the spring training caps. They are out. They are exciting. They are made by New Era, which is why we call them caps. And listen,
you're right. Even despite the ticker, you're right, Brig. You're right.
the true thing. Don't forget, though, that as we mentioned last time, all of these are available on Fanatics website, fanatics.com. And if you click the link in the description, you get to buy your cap that you were going to do anyway, and you get to support the show at the same time. So helps us out a lot. Don't forget to go to Fanatics with the link in the doobly-doo. Okay, Mr. Bradmaster, will you hook us up with the slides?
Sure enough.
Slide.
So that reminds me, my daughter, for some reason, I don't know why, lately she watches Super Y, and like when they do like a magic wand thing, it makes like a trinkling sound, and her version of that is slay slay. So she'll like go through and like pretend like she's drawing the letter. She'll go slay slay, and then anyway, that reminded me of that.
That's awesome. All right, Brad, we're going to go through this like we always do, starting with the AL East. Let's give your first impressions. But before we do, hold on. As in every year, the year 2024 is featured on the right side panel of all of these spring training caps. If you belong to the Cactus League, you're going to get a cactus. If you belong to the Grapefruit League, you're going to see a palm tree, as you can see in these. And that's been going on for years. That's the way it is. The last couple of years, they've done the trucker mesh thing. That is gone. Now they've got this different poly. Goodness. Yeah, they've got this different poly thing.
I think that they've thrown this back to like 2016.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I need to go get my hands on one again.
Like even the like the home plate patch on the side, like that goes all the way back to 2016.
Yeah.
It looks like the material is going to be similar, if not the same. I will be getting one. If not, I'll at least be seeing them in person here in a couple of weeks. And in like a week, I'm very excited about that.
Very excited.
So, all right. So, initial thoughts on these, Brig? AL East?
Solid. That's my first thought. I'm like
every single one of them. They don't miss.
There's not a miss here. No.
Yeah, like that Red Sox hat is so sharp.
It is so sharp. Yeah.
Like so crisp with the red crown and the navy blue bill.
I didn't say that, but yeah.
Yeah. I'll say it for you, Brig. It's fine. You don't have to say it.
Yeah,
I love that Blue Jays hat with the white field in the front.
Oh man, dude.
If they were not currently one of the top 3 teams I hate right now, I would be getting one probably.
I love that they're using both versions of blue. Technically, all 3 versions of blue on that cap. It's just rocket fire, man. I love that white front 2 panels. I love it.
Yeah, man. It looks so good.
But that
Ray's yellow is nice and clean. That O's hat is sick.
It's so good.
Yeah, it is. They're so clean.
Good.
Yep. And as always, the Yankee hat is clean. It looks like it always does, but it just still looks so good.
Yeah, totally agree.
Okay, AL Central, your first initial impressions.
There's only one miss in this bunch. That's Cleveland.
Cleveland, obviously. Always Cleveland.
They're crappy.
It's always Cleveland.
I think the red looks spectacular. I always like a red cap.
That red is really it pops. It's sharp. I like it because it's a little bit different than the other red and blue teams across the league. Everybody's a little different, and I feel like theirs has the perfect contrast.
I agree.
I like it a lot. But again, that Tigers. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, the Minnesota cap for me is killer, especially with the 2-tone, with the visor being navy, and that corresponds to the logo in the front. And the bright red cap and the squatchy being the same navy. Dude, that one
it looks better than the clubhouse version.
Way better. Way. Yeah, this one is so good. They need to build this into their rotation for alternates.
They should. Yeah. So that Tigers logo, do you prefer the orange or the navy with that logo?
With that logo, I want it on top of navy.
Yeah, it's a lot of orange.
It's a lot. But I don't
Kellogg
hate
should
the
take
all
that
orange cap.
Take that hat though.
The what?
Oh, Kellogg should take that hat.
Yeah.
They should be paying Tigers to do all their cereal commercials.
That's true. But do you hate the all orange cap though?
And I don't hate it. No, which is
I don't
odd
either.
because I would think I would, but
No,
no,
I think it's
it
awesome.
looks good. The White
And
Sox hat is really sharp and crisp, and that I have something for Royals stuff lately. I don't know what it is. Man, I love their City Connect. I love the clubhouse version. I love this. Looks so
yeah,
good. I love the
it's
baby
so
blue
good.
and the Royal with the Royal Squatchy.
Yeah,
Mm.
but that White Sox gray, oh man, I don't know why it makes my heart pitter patter because it should be boring, but it's not. I don't know
The
why.
the only thing I think it can make this better is a black visor on
Dude, I was just gonna say that.
it.
I was just thinking, like, okay, so if I was to build off of that, I would
Okay.
do the front panels white.
Mm.
And then I would keep the visor gray. I would do the back panels black, keep the front panels white. That's how I would improve this. But I still don't hate it.
Mm. I could see that. Yeah. And it's interesting because I think the only team that gets the white front panel is Toronto.
They are. They're the only ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AL West. I'm getting 2 hats this spring break.
Yeah, you are.
Getting 2 new Mariners hats this year. 'Cause I love the teal on the navy. And I've been
Oh
saying
yeah.
for a while that I'm over the S. I'm over the S of the compass rose, but I'm not over the compass rose by itself.
Yeah.
Mm, chef's kiss. I love it.
Yeah,
It's
for
so
sure.
good.
I agree with you.
However, I don't like the A's hat. Too much yellow. That Brig, that shade of yellow
Yeah.
is the shade of yellow that I have an aversion to because of fruit roll-ups as a kid. That were that shade of yellow and tasted like pineapple and they were awful.
That's amazing.
And to this day, like I said, I can't handle that shade of yellow. Can't do it.
I don't I don't hate it. I'd wear that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What about that
totally.
Rangers hat?
It's kind of fallen flat for me.
Is it?
Yeah, what do you think?
I like the color. I would have liked to have seen something else with the logo, but I don't know what else they would do because that logo is so Texas, so Rangers, so
Yeah.
Texas baseball, right? I don't know
Yeah,
what they would do there, but I don't know because you can't go Rangers across the front because then it's just too busy.
you can't.
But I like the shade of baby blue. The Angels hat is just your regular, everyday, run of the mill Angels hat.
That could not be more disappointing. Can we just
Yeah,
say how of all the things they could, like the Yankees, there's no wiggle room. We're not going to play around. We're not messing around with it. It's going to stay the same forever. Got it. We all know. But the Angels, man, like come on, dude. You have wiggle room.
I think
Wiggle.
it is funny though that that we say that about this, but then we also complained about the other logo on the clubhouse hats. You used the wrong one, man.
Yeah. I will not take it back. Okay, I will not.
I won't
Don't
either. It's just funny
don't bully me.
because we don't like either side of the coin.
No, they suck. I don't like
Yeah,
them.
they do. And uh that's a whole lot of different colors of orange on that Houston hat.
I don't love it, and I get it's a
No.
shade or it's a throwback to the sunset tiers, the stripes or whatever. But
Right.
it's just I don't think it would have been any better if they had rotated the orange visor to the orange crown. Like if they had made the visor the lighter color and the darker crown, I don't think
Uh-huh.
that would have been any better. I think that if you're going to use those two, this is the only way to go, and it's
I agree.
okay. It's okay.
I think they should have gone with navy on one of those.
That with a navy visor, good to go. Changes
Yep.
everything.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah.
Agreed. NL East. Here we go. Okay. I have 3 that I love here, Brig. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not crazy about the Mets hat. I would have preferred blue crown with an orange visor, and then
Mm-hmm.
like outline the NY in orange so it pops, so
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like a blue on blue. Would have liked
Mm-hmm.
that. The Phillies hat, I like that logo. I like the red, but it is right there. It looks kind of bland for me. You probably needed a blue visor. Um, But that Nats hat, man, blue
Yeah.
on blue with the block lettering is so good.
And it's
It
got
is so
red
sharp.
and white behind the blue.
Yep. Yeah, it is sharp. Sharp
Yeah.
as it gets. I like
Yeah.
it so much.
Yeah. That one is awesome.
Yeah, and I think we talked about this before, that like the reason the Braves don't have a clubhouse hat is because they saw their spring training hat. They're like, no, we'll roll with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks so good.
Yeah. It's so good.
Man, it's that red crown, blue visor, blue A, so sharp. And then
It's just
again, the
really,
Marlins with that Miami blue. I love that shade.
I do too.
It's one of my favorite colors in baseball right now.
I wish they had gone without the M and they'd have just kept the Marlin
Like,
like they did in
yeah,
their
the Marlin,
clubhouse.
like, yeah, I would have
I
liked
think
that
that would have
too.
made this stronger, but I want them to keep the Miami red and blue accents and hanging around in white and all that. I like the blue a lot, obviously. And so, but I would have just changed it to the Marlin. I agree with you on Philly. I think the way you change this Philly cap, though, is to make the two front panels white. I think if you do that, you're done. And then it becomes
There you go.
spectacular. And then instead of ringing the bell, you see what I did there? Instead
Yeah.
of ringing the bell in white, you ring it in red, and then you get the pop and the tie in. I love the Mets hat. I
Do
love
you?
it. Yeah. Spring training hats for me should be loud and proud, and that does it. And I think that's awesome.
And see, for me, that shade of yellow and blue, or not yellow, orange and blue together, it screams Boise State football. And
Oh
having
yeah,
lived in Idaho for a while,
yeah.
it's something else I have an aversion to. So I think that it's that color scheme. Because I used to love orange and blue a long time
Yeah,
ago.
for sure.
Loved
Yeah,
it so much, but man, after that, I was just like, no, can't do it.
that makes sense.
All right, NL Central. So the Cubs hat is what the internet was popping off about for
Yes,
several days before
yes,
these were actually released. Because there were several that came out that were leaked by a Canadian MLB store or something like that.
yeah.
And the internet was losing its mind over that Cubs hat. And it does look really, really good.
It's the bomb, dude. And
That's
for
the
those
best
of you
logo
who
they could
might
have
be
used.
under 30 that are listening, that slaps.
That's the best Cubs logo they could have chosen to use.
Totally
Against with a blue cub against a light blue crown with the
perfect color
blue
scheme.
visor and squatchy.
Love it.
It's so good.
Okay, Brad.
Standard Reds hat. It's
Yeah,
fine.
meh.
I do like
I'm
so
disappointed in them.
I do like the Brewers hat because I like that navy against the yellow.
Mm-hmm.
That
That's the
color
Brewers
combination is
logo
really
they need
strong.
to go with.
Always.
Yep, that's the one.
Always and forever.
Do you love technology, Brad?
Yes, I love technology.
Okay.
I hate the Pirates hat. So bad.
Oh, I love it.
It fell so flat. Like every time there's new hats coming out, there are two that I check.
Yeah.
Every time I check the Mariners, and then I
Yeah.
immediately go check the Pirates. Those are the first two I
Yeah.
check every single time. And anytime I see this dang P or that stupid Steed Bonnet logo, I get so mad. I'm like, "Gah, go back to the awesome pirate."
I love the P. I love it. I've always loved
I
it. I
know.
think it's awesome. I think if you put a black visor on it, it doesn't get markedly better, but it doesn't get any worse. It totally works here with the black visor. But I think it would get your monochrome aversion at taken care of.
I
So I
think it would
think
too.
they could have done that. Because right now it looks two-dimensional. I think in person it would look really nice. Really
It
nice.
probably would. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing is that P is sharp. It looks really good.
Totally. Every
But
time, I
the
think.
problem I have with it is there is a superior alternative.
Yeah,
And they're just shoving it off to the side, Brig, and I don't know
and if
why.
excellence is available, why settle for mediocrity?
Exactly
That's what
right.
Brad just said.
Oh, we need to send that to the Pirates front office, your marketing team. Look, fellas, let me tell you a thing or two about what you've got going on. That's what needs to happen. You need to write a letter.
Call your alderman. See what
Canoe.
happens.
And the Cardinals hat is fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's Cardinals.
Yeah, would have been more fun otherwise, but
Yeah. All right. NL West. You go first, Brig.
I hate the Dodgers D script. I hate it. I've
Me
always
too.
hated
So
it.
bad.
I hate everything
Yep.
about it. I don't know why I hate it. I couldn't sit and articulate why I hate it, but I hate it.
It doesn't speak to big league Dodgers. It speaks to little league Dodgers. If you're going to
I don't
have
care.
a little league Dodger team that's not sanctioned by Major League Baseball, that's what your logo is going to look like. That's
Yeah,
why
it's a
you don't like it.
workaround. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yep.
That's awesome. San Francisco's killing it. Colorado, meh, boring. San Diego, crushing it. I wouldn't have hated a brown visor. I wouldn't
I
have
would
hated
love the
San
brown
Diego
visor.
going with the front white panels. And then brown in the back or brown on the visor and yellow in the back. Whatever. Any of those would have been even better for me. Because it would have mimicked their helmets way back, right? And I think that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
But that all turquoise, teal, whatever color we're calling it, Diamondbacks cap is the bomb, dude. It slaps. It's so good. What else do the kids say these days?
I don't know. So
it's rocket
so
fire.
that's the thing is I love the color, but I've said it before. I don't like the Sedona red against the teal or turquoise.
I know.
Yeah. I have an issue with it, and I don't know why. It looks better there than it ever has. It's probably just because there's so much of the turquoise, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't do it for me, but I get it. How's that?
Yeah. There you go. That makes perfect sense.
Okay. Well, that's all of them. That's all the spring training
That's
hats.
all?
That's all of them, yeah. We started AL East
goodness.
and ended in the NL West, just like we always do. But baseball family, let us know what you think about the spring training hats, about the clubhouse hats. Easier for you to say, Brig. Drop down in the comments and leave us a note. Let us know what you think about those. If you're thinking about buying one, let us know which one it is because I'm really curious. And when you go buy it, like Brig said, hit that link in the description because that supports the show without you spending any extra money. Just buying a hat you're already going to buy.